Everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Let's go ahead and get back in here. So I was trying to think about what my strategy is going to be next. I think I have to get rid of these two specialty units. I hate to do it, but they're so expensive. Like these guys, I mean, they do have a lot of armor, but they're worthless on sieges. They have been okay. You know, we might pull them out eventually if we have to, but 600 gold, I mean, that's the price of demigriffs, and they're nowhere close to the power of demigriffs. So I think we just got to get rid of them. We got to cut some costs because we're going to be on Rebellion Patrol for a couple of turns, I think. We're just kind of go on tour, smash a couple rebellions. We got to kill one here. There'll probably be some rebellions over here in a second. So we're just going to kind of be on Rebellion Patrol for a couple of turns, and then this one, I mean, the range and the stagger is very nice. It does also lower melee defense. I didn't notice that. They have decent armor piercing. I mean, these are a little more... They have 31 ammo. These are a little more useful. Like, yes, they're also not as good on a siege, but being able to slow key units and lower leadership by a certain amount is pretty handy. And having, like, that much ammo for one of those pistolier units is pretty good. So we might hold on to them because they're kind of unique. And then I like these guys are a pretty good bargain. These are expensive though. I mean, I like these. I mean, but do I like them? I mean, they do give out this physical resist to lords and heroes. So that's a nice combo. Wow, he actually has a good chunk of armor. I didn't think he had that much. He's decent in melee now. Okay, and he has bolstered marksmanship. Yeah, so he's definitely worth. But yeah, I like him for this this guardian trait. I think is pretty good. Now these guys don't have any sort of trait though. They are unbreakable. They're expensive. They're a regiment of renown. So if we put them on the shelf, we can hire them back eventually. So I think we get them out of there. We're just trying to thin the ranks a little bit because we don't need this much to kill rebellions. You know.
Let us begin.
At the same time, you know, I need to be ready just in case something crazy, like Sterling goes hostile or something with me. You know, I got to be ready for some weird stuff to happen. But if we can cut some costs, that's good. Okay, now Swartzhoffen. Okay, yeah, we can kill that. He's going to come at me again probably and die. Okay. Got that. And then we'll just kind of decide where we want to go from there. You know, we've got a few options. We could go up and mess with Kislev. We could go up and mess with kind of the Nordland area. We could go south and go for, like, Skaven and Sartosa. Okay, we don't. I mean, I guess we could go ahead and upgrade that. I mean, yes, I can do it over here, but I'm going to be waiting several turns for that. There's no... Yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well just upgrade it. No reason not to, really. I mean, I do need to upgrade this eventually anyways, because it does increase your greatsword capacity, and I do want more greatswords, so it's not like it's a waste. It also increases my captain capacity, so... No, it's not bad having multiple of those. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get it. And then by the time I get over there, it'll be ready, and I can go ahead and start getting some great swords. And then here, we can go ahead and grab a gunsmith. I guess we'd upgrade this to get the gunsmith. We do have the growth right here, right now. We could just upgrade this and get a gunsmith here. No, because we need the horse building with it. That's right. Okay. I mean, maybe. If I'm just going to constantly... Council of Electors. I was going to say, if I'm just going to constantly, like, not tax this, then maybe I should just turn this into growth. But I think I'm just going to wait to get the demis. Hopefully, when we confederate with Altdorf, it'll be tier 4. Or somewhere else. Okay, so I think that's probably fine. Yeah, that's all good. Everybody moved. Bernhardt's chilling. Okay, tech-wise, we're working on tithe rebates. Okay. Do we want to try to goad Carl a little bit more? I mean, we are moving up pretty quickly. 235. We just don't have a strong enough army, I don't think, to mess with him, but okay, that's going up a lot.
This action does not.
I mean, how much?
Fellow heir.
Templehoff's almost dead. I mean, how much is it going to be to... Could spend 120 again to pop him up. Alright, let's do it one more time. Be cool if they called it different things other than just middleman the entire time, but that's probably fine. We could even go one more up.
What? Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Okay, Carrick Ziflin's about to get booted. We could go down there and complete that province. That'd be actually be kind of nice, because then I could. It looks like border princes are probably going to take that.
By the comet.
Up to 260. I'm wondering if I should spend just one more. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend one more since it's fairly cheap. Okay. Now we're chill for a couple of turns. We still have enough to buy our way out of one situation, I think. Okay. Beastman attack. Okay. Okay, Talia's gone. So we could kill Sartosa. I mean, the major win conditions are getting all of the elector counts. Like, that's, you know, that's the main thing that we want to do. So I feel like going off to Sartosa is... I mean, there's some okay properties down there. Does Skaven have all of this? No, Estalia has some of it. Estalia has a lot of it. So we could, like, go after Bretonnians. If I go up to Nordland, I'm going to be, like, caught up in a never-ending fight up here. Now, the, what was I going to say? So I think the two fronts I can go for are the Skaven Sartosa. I am insulated from them by Border Princes and the Dwarfs, so they're not like an existential threat to me. I got to run. Carl might kill him next. I mean, they can't hire anything. I should just delete this lord, I think. Just save the money. I mean, he is leveling up a little bit every time they attack, so it's like free level up for him. Yeah, I mean, if Chaos was actually coming out kind of quickly, then maybe we would change our tune a little bit and head up there, but I think I read that they're not doing that much. I mean, I don't remember what happens if you risk this. I really don't want to spend money on it because I don't need the War Fervor. I'm just going to risk it. I don't remember what happens. Okay, Ferryman.
Yes, my lord.
much for hold the line? Level 6. Okay. I guess we just go Pistol Corps next.
Raise Sigma.
I mean, it's costing me like 500 or 600 per turn to sit here. I mean, we could go ahead and just get rid of them.
This is impudence. To the provinces.
I think Carl's gonna kill him next turn.
Ready.
If that's the case, I should just go ahead and dismiss him.
Comet.
Get rid of Ferryman. I mean, I could get one more level up, but I think I'm just gonna get rid of him. So he'll come back eventually, but
I am ready. Are you? Very well. I will do this.
I'm gonna get Can I get military access with them? I'm gonna get trespassing.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire. So
we're gonna have to run back and forth across the property several times. They're not gonna like that.
Servant of the faith.
This guy's kind of creeping on me a little bit. Tracking off. Definitely want a tap room. Roads are too expensive. I don't think growth makes a lot of sense. Let's go for that. Okay. Pop that up.
You're done.
Yay.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. And he cut me a little sample piece. Since they had extra, he was like, I cut a little sample piece for you
Is
if you
it
wanted
time?
to. Go pick out your backsplash with it.
Greetings, fellow heirs of
Actually,
Sigma.
that would be great.
Oh. Nice.
They cut it really tight and
Who calls?
they did silicone.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire.
Professional seeming, but
The Empire.
at this point,
By
it's
Sigma's
done.
will.
Discount.
Sigma's will.
And right behind the
Approach us,
you're
friend.
not gonna discount.
No, I mean, like, cheaper than other ones.
Oh, yes, it's true.
To war.
Yes.
Honor
We
to
paid a
your
lot less
ancestors.
than we would have paid Lowe's or Home Depot or the other granite place I looked at, or probably the granite place that I follow on Facebook.
Ready.
Yeah.
Will you join me, men of the
fancy
Empire?
showroom, that means they have more overhead. Or they can afford to have fancy
Yes?
showroom.
Yeah.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
Okay, let's do,
So, but this is pretty cool. I could actually take this to the store and
nice.
I could do that today.
Oh. Oh dear. Yeah, I kind of goofed up with my scheduling. I had a couple of different, the universities I teach at, one of them, so I have conferences this week from Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I forgot that Tuesday at the one in the other town over, I scheduled the conferences, but I still have the classes at the other place on Tuesday because they're desynced. So one group of classes is canceled on Tuesday and the other group is canceled on Thursday. The earlier class, the one the next town over, I can still meet with them and do conferences because that's an 8 a.m. class and I can be back in time for conferences. But it doesn't work the other way around because the other one is later in the day. But they were just going to be mostly working independently on stuff.
How late is all that going on to?
Till like probably 5, so I could get back here in time to do the thing
Okay.
you wanted to do.
Prince and Emperor.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm sure they're not going to be too upset with me canceling that class on Tuesday. And they're going to work independently anyways. It might actually be a good idea just because they need to go do interviews and learn how to do video editing. And so I told him, just go to the library, learn video editing, or go do your interviews or whatever. It's fine. And the only thing they could have a question about is writing the strategy section at the end, but we're talking in the conferences, so they can ask me then or the last day of class. They'll still have like 4 days until that, 2-page document is due, so I'm sure if they have more questions, they can ask me the last day of class. Okay. I guess that's it. Oh, no, we need to run him over here. Yeah, we're just going to have to take the trespassing penalty. If Sterling has a problem, we'll just kill him. I mean, I think if we start going to war with one of these guys, though, we're going to be at war with all of them, and I need to pick up Carl before that happens. Ostensibly, we wouldn't lose the research and the public order and stuff, though. We would just be at war with everybody. But, I mean, if they want the hammer, we can give them the hammer. Okay, so we've got these. I have to go pick up those 2 slots. The Tutagan Guard are pretty good. But, once again, if I step up here, it's going to be a never-ending. I'm going to have an army here at all times. It's going to be a huge money sink to try to defend this area from the Norskins. And then, eventually, when Chaos comes in. Okay. So, that's upgrading. That's fine. This is upgrading. Gonna be a rebellion. Actually, dang it, there's not a rebellion because...
You summon me.
No, I have too much public order.
I will.
I need a rebellion, guys. Okay, I can just step over here, and then the turn after, there'll be a rebellion, maybe. Wait, why is Overheim? Okay, we can take this off. Actually, how much am I getting from trade right now? 2,000? Maybe so 500 or 5% more from trade would be an extra 100 gold. I still think this is better, the 3% off for swordsmen. So how much? Well, 1, 2. So how much is this? It's like 300. I mean, maybe not. That's like 1,000 gold maybe. It says 30, so I think maybe the trade one's actually better at this point. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's my favorite word that Rory says. She has so many different versions of it. Okay. I think that's fine. Okay, so I miscalculated that slightly. I thought if we didn't step into the town that it wasn't going to cause, or that we were still going to get a rebellion, but we have a lot of like bonus public order stuff from all of our followers, so yeah, sorry if that's what was it, TMI or whatever, the just random conversation with my wife in here, but that's the first time I've really goofed up the scheduling. Well, maybe I've done it in the past, but it's very rare. It's the first time I can remember where I goofed that up, where I had to cancel a class because I scheduled it wrong. But they are working on these team conferences, and really, like I said a second ago, they're going to be working on it 75% of the class, and I'm just going to be walking around asking them questions, answering questions they have, so it'd be nice if it was in class, but if they actually do use the time to go, like, they have to learn video editing and things like that, and I don't teach that in class just because, everybody's computer is going to be a little different. People like different kinds of software and stuff, and there's not a really good free version anymore. I used to use Wii Video, but they started trolling and had this, like, freemium thing. It was terrible. YouTube used to actually have a really, like, pretty good bare bones video editor. You just uploaded clips and you could just cut it with some really simple like transitions. It was awesome. and then YouTube got rid of it after like a year or two. They might be bringing it back, but either way, if they use the time wisely, it would be better than a class to go out and get the different pieces of their presentation done. Now, will they actually do that? Probably not, but
whilst we speak.
either way, it's not gonna matter that much. Yeah, sure. We need to get a port, though. I mean, one nice thing about if I want to go down and get the Skaven would be, and Sartosa, would be that I could get some ports, which would allow me to potentially trade with the High Elves. Whoa, what is all this green? Sufbar. What is that? Mount Squighorn. Whoa, Zuf. Hold up. I'm trying to interpret this. That's Black Crag. Cargadron and Death's Pass. Who is that? Are the dwarves... Are the normal dwarves dead? Are they confederated with Zufbar? Dispatch propagandists. You managed to get your hands on a translated text originating from Cathay. Ooh! Is that in the basic game? Oh, or is that added in? I don't know if this is basic game or if this is SFO mod. I'm really excited because if this is basic game and it says Cathay there, then that's a hint that that might actually be one of the factions in Warhammer 3. And I'm leaning towards it probably is. I don't know a lot about it, the lore, all that stuff, but you kind of always need just sort of a human-ish type of faction, I guess, just a basic kind of faction. And they need another good guy faction in Warhammer 3 because there's going to be ogres, Chaos Dwarfs, those are the two bad guy factions. And then they need some good guy factions. Who? I thought there was one more that was basically a lock. Chaos Dwarves are a lock. Oh, yeah. Chaos Dwarves, Ogre, and Chaos Proper. That's 3 bad factions. So they're going to have at least one kind of good guy faction. Unless they're going with, like, Ogres are somehow, like, good. I don't think that's the case, but maybe. I mean, I don't know a lot about them. Maybe they're kind of like Beastmen. They're just sort of like kind of good, but kind of neutral. Ogres are usually thought to be kind of evil, I think. But anyways, but Cathay could be a faction there. I mean, I think they're going to have Araby because they've hinted at Araby several times and they didn't release it in Warhammer 2 and they said they're not releasing any more races. So it could be Araby. Araby could be DLC for Warhammer 3. That'd be a good crossover between Warhammer 2 and Warhammer 3. Anyways, but the fact they mention it here is pretty cool. Having read the manuscript from the beginning to end, you learned ways to increase your political power by creating a cult of personality around yourself and spreading propaganda by utilizing fabrications of fact. Hey, honey, does this sound familiar? I'm reading this thing called In the Game. It might have some contemporary contexts. Anyways, to do so is no small feat, as a great amount of resources are required to covertly send political influencers into every state and subtly insert you into the hearts and minds of the people there, as the text suggests. On the other hand, the fruits of such labor could be highly... Okay, this could be baiting us, because if we get a war declaration off of this, if someone goes to war with us, and we don't have enough to prevent it, that could be bad. But I'm going to do it. Okay, yes, that did drop us at 1 rate, which is nice, because that means we get our research rate back. Ooh. Ostermark's trolling, man. I mean... Yeah, they have pretty low... We have high relations with them, though. Oh, we went up 1 more, I think, with them. We're at 9 now. Defended settlements, high relations, political events. Come on, Carl.
Now, I am Karl Franz. Many call me Emperor.
Okay. Carl's really the only one. I mean,
Yes.
Talabheq Land I am interested in
Approach
as well.
as friend and make your offer.
I'm surprised these Empire states haven't declared war with each other. I did prevent one war, I suppose.
Onward!
Barrack Var.
Hail to your Emperor, manlings!
Okay, no, they're still alive, dwarves. Coming. Okay, so Zufbar just randomly has one of their properties over here. No one has Mount Gunbad yet. Okay, Sartosa has this stuff. Okay, they burned that. They haven't killed Karakiran yet.
For the wisdom of
I could kill them in a turn or two. Dang, that went up to 32% Chaos Corrupted off of just 5 turns of 4 points. Wait, Buildings and Commandments. Oh, Chaos plus 1. So it's really like it's 2. It says it's 1, but it's really 2. Huh. Vampiric stuff is going down a little bit over time. Okay, so we need to... Where's the property line? Is it right? Seriously, it's gonna make me dash?
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Okay, well, I guess we... Why is the road so terrible here? We need to upgrade that. Growth's actually quite high over here. Why is this growth so high? Yeah, that's gonna burn next turn. I guess we'll repopulate it. We do need some great swords. We need this rebellion. I mean, I guess this rebellion doesn't have to happen. We might be able to stabilize it. It's not gonna happen. I need these great swords though. I guess I could mule them over.
Yes, that will be. Onwards.
Alright, come on, we'll just run through here again. I mean, Sterling is gonna come at us probably if we keep running through their property. Whatever, that'll give me somebody to kill. Are they military allied with
What?
anybody?
Who calls?
I mean, we do have a lot of extra stuff with them. This back and forth is obnoxious. Okay. Fort Oberstyre. There's just really no reason to pay that money to upgrade that. Alright, we looked at everything I think that's meaningful.
So,
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
Check
All right.
the money real quick.
Welcome, my countrymen. No,
The Empire.
Check it every few turns.
It is good to see fellow sons of the Empire.
Yes?
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Military access, yes.
Affirmative.
Okay, finally. Alright.
Who calls?
Okay, they are almost dead.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer.
I still have a few properties.
Sigma's will.
Manberg's trolling.
Approach us, friend, and make your offer. Not likely.
So,
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
no. No! Who calls? I am Karl Franz.
Okay. Alright, so we're over here again. I just don't have anywhere to run right now to fight him. to fight. Like, we'll hopefully get a fight here in a second that's okay. So sorry, this is kind of just like some... But I can't fight these guys. Otherwise, I would fight some of them. You know, I would just go smack Essen. Or, where's the Strigoi Empire? That's down in, like, Arabia? Or Araby territory?
Interesting. The Bright Order are seeking targets for their initiates to practice on. And here you are.
Oh, whoa. Okay. We have a target, ladies and gentlemen. We got something to do. We got some people to murder. Okay. These little weaklings want to step up, huh? Reliable. Okay, so for fighting wood elves, artillery just blasts them, typically.
The nation calls.
Greatswords are still pretty good. Agitator, Tollkeeper. Said I don't really like the horses that much. They're okay, but we really want to get to the Benediction. Tollkeeper's probably not going to matter. I don't even know if it's better than Pit Fighter. Is there anything here? It's like Public Order, Burger, oh, Ferryman. Yeah, definitely would rather have a Ferryman. Razor Standard's actually pretty decent. Tollkeeper doesn't matter that much. Woodsman used to only give 1%. So they decided to make that less troll. Give you some real stuff. Agitator. Okay, and he can run the Pit Fighter, okay. Alright. So they're trying to stabilize this a little bit. Let's go. Just crank that up. So money now. Overheim is... I guess we just have to wait here until there's a rebellion. So if I let that go, that would take me to 88. And that would be 2 turns. So I can run over here, kill this rebellion, then run back, and probably be back in time for the next rebellion. Okay, so we will let that go once.
I live to serve.
Now, who is this little weakling?
Glade Lord.
He is friends with Windrioth. So maybe we do go over there and go. We could wipe out elves and then go for pirates and all that. Okay. Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and just start getting some start hiring some stuff. Okay, so is there any ward that gives me extra recruitment? Or something like that. Turns. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So we can just hire this guy, I guess.
Huntsman General, what does the Emperor bid?
Now, our huntsmen, I don't remember if they're capped or not either. They might be capped. Great swords. Huntsmen are not capped. Okay. Do I want to invest in huntsmen? I mean, they do 24, 170 range, bonus against large, 25 armor. He's at 45 armor though, 26 missile damage versus 24. They don't get a bonus versus large, but the extra armor is a big deal, and they cost less. 170 range, 25, 25. They're better fighters too. Now, these guys do have vigor loss reduction, which is very relevant, but the armor, though, is significant. So let's crank it with some great swords here.
Yes.
It's really expensive, but it's definitely worth. Okay, so all we can have are 4 total gray swords. Okay, so let's get a couple of those and we'll end up handing those off to this army when we run over there. Okay. I guess we're just waiting until the rebellion happens over here. Wait, why is this going up? It says there's 2. Take the taxes off of this. Okay. Okay, so there's a glitch or something there. It says it's only supposed to give you 1 corruption, but it gives you 2. And if you don't have any untainted whatsoever, then that just, like, blasts your public order. So you definitely do not want to fall below 75%, I guess, for any extended period of time. Because that 1 extra corruption just makes it so hard to get out of it. We're gonna need 1,000 stuff for the to get the Confederation if it happens also.
I trust our dealings will bear fruit, friend.
I need to complete that province. I need to go down there and kill that dude.
I trust our dealings will bear fruit, friend.
So I'm probably going to need a second army just to go over there and just be on rebellion patrol, which is really annoying. I mean, that's part of the problem of like going for something like Vampire Counts early is the public order is just so terrible because of the corruption. It's not super valuable. I mean, the gold pit does help, but it's interesting that it does make it a chaos rebellion instead of a different kind of rebellion.
I am ready. Are you?
Really, I can't get there in one turn? Man, we really need some roads up in here.
You summon me? Cease! The Empire! That will work. Who calls? No, stop!
I should still be able to defend if they get more. It'll be a little trickier if they attack me next turn.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Tracker of distinction.
How much are roads? 15% or is it 10%? 15%. Very tempted to get some roads right here to run back and forth. Or like right here. I don't know. God, stuff is so insidious. Alright.
So, greetings from Sigma.
Are they at war with Durthu? It doesn't let me join war against Durthu. With them. Because I can't see Durthu. Okay.
The men are keen.
If they burn Alberheim, I'm not going to be happy about that. I think we can defend it, hopefully. I'm really surprised I'm not running further than that. I thought he moved pretty quickly, but I guess there aren't a lot of roads. That's probably part of what it is between Fort Oberstar and the Moot. You have to kind of run this weird way. PO and growth. Yeah, I want that extra research rate, I think. Oh, we can get the Empire Captain. I forgot about that. I'd also wait until we get the tech, but I don't think that's what we're going to do. Oh, yes. Monster Tracker for sure.
Who calls?
Cavalry units. Okay. Okay. So he has a lot of stuff. So he used to be one of the worst like heroes in the game. Officer squad. Dang, that's legit. I wonder if you have to pick one or the other. Well, it makes them a lot better. Okay, so I guess we just get Blade Master. Training is still not that good. It just, because you need like 1,000 experience, so it's like 20 turns, you get 1 extra chevron. It's just not worth. I think I want to go melee defense. Just let him sit in combat and just face tank a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
All about it.
So,
Okay, Witch Hunter. Probably damage walls. I mean, we don't need him in fights that much. I'm not even sure if I should have him in the army, but we'll have him in the army just to gain experience, I suppose. And then probably make that just cheaper. Because he's pretty terrible in combat, honestly. I mean, it's not the worst in the world, but it's certainly not great. Just want those walls cracked open.
by the comet,
Alright.
I am in ascent.
They still have pretty much nothing.
What?
Everybody have... He doesn't have one. Apprentice Wizard. They're getting like 80 extra Winds of Magic off of all these Apprentice Wizards, dude. They're so strong.
Huntsman General.
Now, we could do... When's my dude coming online here? This guy. One more turn. We could get a second, one of these guys too. Empire Captain, Burn the Undead. Untainted's pretty good.
The nation calls.
Okay.
Huntsman General.
So we could just go ahead and hand off the great swords to Balthasar, have him go south, and then have this guy just be on rebellion patrol and come over here and try to deal with some of this stuff. I don't want to have Balthasar just sit here and chill forever, you know? Although I would really like to get a gunsmith before I go. It's 5,000 gold. Why can't I do that? Oh, I have to put it over here in Grinstad. How many extra pots? 15 pots for 2,500. I don't think that's worth. But the gunsmith, though, it's 3 turns. That would allow us to hire outriders with grenade launchers and mortars. And that's huge against elves if we're gonna go killing elves. These guys don't have shields, but they'll have an extra 20 armor with Balthasar. And I don't know. These are historically kind of weak to missile infantry, but we could come down here and kill this while we're waiting.
Foes to track.
Ready.
Okay, what's the fastest way to get over there? All the way around that way. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that.
Move.
Alright, let's go this way. This guy's so expensive.
The nation calls. Get to it.
I do need some. Well, we didn't have to get rid of anything. 1, 2, 3, and then maybe trade out one of these guys, or the flagellant.
Move out.
Wait, what?
Fall in, men.
What? Okay, well, I screwed that up. Okay, well, next turn, hopefully we
Men are
can
keen.
do that better.
Yes, General.
Oh, we're gonna
Sir.
need to put a Empire captain in there too. Alright, and then we'll come down and knock this guy out probably. I don't have a non-aggro with him, do I? No, and that'll give me that whole province. Is he broed up with anybody that matters?
What?
No. Okay. So that should be
Huntsman
fine. Now,
General.
I can go ahead and recruit some. Actually, no, I can't because it's too expensive. God, gunsmith is expensive though. Having both of these armies out.
The great outdoors.
And as much as I want that gunsmith. Alright, let's go with that and just get some money for a couple of turns here. Now this is gonna burn. I could send him over to occupy this, although... Wait, no, he stabilized. No, how did he stabilize? Oh, he killed it. The garrison's strong enough. Okay.
Yes. Friends of the Empire.
Sorry, I know this is not an action-packed
Fall in,
episode
man.
here. Alright, let's go. But it's getting... Like, the details matter a lot. I don't want to screw it up. I'm not sure if we even had a manual fight here. I would really like to get a manual fight, but... I'm just not sure if I'm going to get a big enough army that can go, like, if I can afford one of these Rebellion Patrol armies. Oh, they have a military alliance now. Okay, well, so much for killing Bretonians. What was that noise?
Welcome, brothers in metal.
Maybe if they want to pay me a little bit. Think about it. Have we had I don't think we've had a manual battle this episode. I hate episodes where I don't have one, because I know that's everybody's favorite a lot of times. We're trying to get one. We're kind of in a weird limbo where I need to upgrade my troops before we go for like a serious aggression, but there's still lots of tomfoolery going on where I have to hang back. I need to fight for prestige though, because something bad's gonna happen if I don't get 1,000 prestige probably. Yeah, more humble approach. Oh. I think this will put me back in the penalty box a little bit, but I think we have to take it. I mean, that's a pretty big town. I mean, it's not Carl, but we may not get Carl. And they own a lot of property. Kids live in the Empire share a common history across hundreds of years. The Great Wars against Chaos. We fought side by side against Chaos hordes. Now with Norsecan tribes threatening their borders and rumors of Chaos forces gathering is in need of our help. Send material support. I'm already broke, man. Okay, so how many is that? This is 7. So if we go to 7, that's going to be really bad. It's one more public order, and the hit to research is rough. But, I mean, there's a nice property. We have a Blazing Sun chapter house, which is tier 3 now. At Tabelheim, which is upkeep reduction for Empire Knights, Demigryphs, also, faction-wide. Untainted. Allows you to hire Knights of the Blazing Sun, but you have to have a blacksmith. These have been buffed at all, because I feel like they weren't that great in the base game. They're like, or in like the last SFO, they're like, okay. They do have a lot of fire resist, which is good. Flaming attacks, but like 38, 35, 46. 80 charge bonus is nice. Are they stronger than normal Empire Knights? Yes, they definitely are. Are they stronger than Reichsguard? I think you can only hire Reichsguard in Reichland, though. We need to get the furs. Okay, so, I mean, we'll hold on to this because it gives us Upkeep I mean, it gives us a lot of good stuff. All characters and public order. We definitely want it. Okay, let me see. I haven't seen all of these places yet. Kappelberg. So these new things. Okay, they have lumber, which I like. We're able to trade all that. Quite a bit of it. We're over the cap on lumber. Almost got all of our wines. We need to find the high elves. Okay, so Kappelberg. What is this? Okay, so this little thing. Wolfkin aren't that great. I don't. No. I mean, they do have a bleed effect and they are unbreakable, but I don't think they're that great. So we can sell that. Okay, we do actually have 3 blacksmiths. What? I guess it gives us extra recruitment. Okay, so we can hire... We don't have a gunsmith. Okay, Kemperbad doesn't have anything special.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
Okay. So Norska could be in the area. How strong are they? We haven't seen them, so we don't know how strong they are. And I could use this as a bargaining chip, maybe, with Empire. Oh, we can trade with Empire now, too. Because how can we trade with Empire? Oh, because we have this connection right here. We have this, like, really circuitous connection all the way over here. So now we can trade with people we previously could not trade with.
The nation calls. Friends of the Empire, come.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, my strength rank is number 1 right now. I guess, is it through military alliance? Does that affect your strength rank? Because I thought it just said I was 7. What is this, Kislev? We could play nice with Kislev. They have 8 properties. Do they add extra Kislev properties? This might change my Balthasar calculus a little bit. I'm going to have to think this over. This is going to take a little bit. So we might just go ahead and end the episode here. This is going to take like 20 minutes for me to decide, like, probably how I want to manage these towns and where I want to go moving forward. Obviously, picking up Carl is great. And then he's got a tier 4 town also, Altdorf, which is, like, really powerful. That allows us to get the Runefang Pact. It's like almost impossible to siege. I mean, there's just a lot of really good stuff that you can get, and you can get wizards off of that. What's up? The campaign movement range is pretty nice off of that buff. But yeah, we'll have to, and the lower taxes. Inspiring. Okay, so we don't have the diplomatic penalty anymore with people. That definitely helps too. Although our upkeep is much higher for everything. Okay. So we'll get back at it next time. I'm gonna figure it out. So this is kind of a weird setup here. But now that we have a stronghold up in the north, especially one that we need to protect from Norska, we could potentially make a play up here. Now, this is going to be awkward. If someone forces us into war right now and we don't have the prestige to fend it off, I believe the -4 will throw us into everybody goes to war with us, which is going to be problematic. So we may have gotten baited here with this, but I just don't see how I could have turned it down. Now, what is Mordheim? That's just a new property. Oh, it does have a landmark. Okay, Sigmar's Rock. Nice. Untainted everywhere. Certainly good. And then adjacent provinces. Wow, 15,000 though. Holy cow. Yeah, what is this? Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just have to go through next time. Can't save it right now on Legendary. Like, you have to fight something to save. So I'm just gonna have to end it here and then look it all up, and then we'll probably do another episode here in a little bit, and I'll just have to leave the game running or something. So I don't want to risk like not being offered that Confederation again at the beginning. I'm not sure if what happens if you save scum it, because I never do that. So in other words, if I cancel right now, will I not get the same results? I know in the past it feels like that has happened to me and I've been screwed over by something like that. So anyways, we'll have to decide what we want to do. We could still go over and get aggressive. I mean, realistically, like, these elves declared war on us. They're not going to step up. I don't think. They're not going to come after us. We're too far away. These dwarfs are between us. They're probably also at war with them. So I don't think they're coming over. I mean, they might. But we can leave a guy over here. The rebellion guy can deal with that. Why are we getting Chaos 3? Oh, it's one. Is it one per town? So that gives you 3. Is that what it is? It's 1 per town? Local province is 1. But it looks like it's 1 per town, because this says it's 3. Buildings and corruption 3. And this one was 2, right? 2, yeah, so it's 1 per town. Okay, so that's pretty extreme then. So we need to try to get this out of there, like, soon. Anyways, we'll get back at it next time, so thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.